This video was made possible by the EA Creator Network. Thank you so much for providing me with early access. Hey everyone, and welcome back to this Sims 4 speed build video. And today I am building this functional office building utilizing the business and hobbies expansion pack we got. So to round off the start of this video, just to get a lot of things really out of the way with, first, I am aware that the last two videos have not been uploaded to the gallery. The issue is that, and it continues to be until I find a resolution, is that for whatever reason it's just not uploading to the gallery. I have it says there's an error consistently, and I've put it on my post notifications, my notification wall on YouTube, and I've had a few commenters tell me to repair the game. So I'm still trying to find a way to get past whatever's blocking me from uploading onto the gallery. And if I do find out a solution, I'll tell you guys about it. But yeah, that has been an issue. I've been seeing some people say that it could be the pack itself, and anything, including the pack or anything made in the new world, is what's causing stuff not to be uploaded into the gallery. So I'm just gonna test that out as well. And you're probably wondering, EmeraldStories, why haven't you tested that already? It's because from the process of me uploading the previous build, creating this build, and now uploading it, I went to Morocco and back. I made this build as I was trying to find out how on earth I'm supposed to upload my builds into the gallery. And then after that was done, I wanted to upload this for Friday, but on Friday I was going to be in Morocco, so it wasn't going to work out. So I ended up leaving this on the side and coming back to it. So I came back on Sunday evening way too late to do anything, and I really focused on today and Tuesday to make sure everything's finished for me to upload today. And fingers crossed, hopefully this will upload into the gallery. But that's just like a little check-in on why stuff is missing off of there. Now, I know I'm not necessarily the best person when it comes to uploading trade files. I know it's been over a month and I still haven't uploaded that, but it's just like, I really did not expect me to be as busy as I am, but I'm gonna do my best. Not this week, I can't promise you this week just because I have a lot of things to do this week, but I promise that next week, by the end of next week, everything that is from the city apartment that I made in November 2023, I believe, will be uploaded onto the Patreon. Everything is uploaded onto the Patreon, but I do end up skipping some things because I get ahead of myself sometimes. I really like building. Like, you should see how many builds I've actually done and how many things I actually uploaded. There is a massive gap of how many builds I do and how many things I upload, but I have a lot of fun stuff coming your way. But yeah, so I end up getting really carried away with doing cinematic intros, doing the building, then talking. I forget there's this actual professionalism and business side to it all, where I actually do need to put out what I do. I'm very good when it comes to the gallery, but I'm very terrible when it comes to tray files. So, and I've been so horrible when it comes to TikTok and all kinds of social media. I think the last time we saw anything from Instagram was over 9 months ago. I get really surprised at how busy I get. And that's like a wild comment coming from an unemployed person. But it's more or less that I am in university, and this week I got some very busy days ahead of me. And then I also have to normally do scripts, and I normally have to produce like creative pitches, treatments, and stuff like that to secure funding. So I'm always doing like a lot of other things on the side, and I just end up forgetting halfway through that. And I get really sleepy very, very easily. Like I'm consistently sleeping. I'm consistently sleeping to the extent that when I was trying to do the tour for this, was it the tour or was it the cinema? No, it was the cinematic intro. When I was trying to do the cinematic intro for this video, because I was really excited about it. I was like thinking about it the entire trip. I was like, I can't wait to do this. I was falling asleep as I was doing it just because I had to spend the most of yesterday finalizing my CV and job applications and just doing all of like, I would say like the priority stuff because I need a job. And I was doing a lot of the priority stuff yesterday. So when it actually came down, I could sit down and do the fun stuff, which was the cinematic intro. I was falling asleep as I was doing it. And then there was just like a little clip at the end where I thought I recorded the transition, but I didn't. So then today I kind of had to redo the last half of that. But what I'm really happy about is that I no longer do my voiceovers when I'm really, really tired, because I used to do that quite a bit with my initial London townhouse that I uploaded in 2023. I don't remember it specifically because ever since that day, I told myself I'm never doing a voiceover when I'm tired. I did and it was quite a long video. I did the first 15 minutes of a 30-minute voiceover, and I was just so tired, and I sounded tired as well, and it was really, really bad. And I was just, if you think I go off on tangents now, you should have heard the way that I sounded in that recording. It was just awful. So it was just like a whole mesh of just me being tired. So I just ended up not doing the cinematic intro. I was just like, okay, I'll do that for the next day. This is a next day thing. And then that's how you've got this thing that ended up being a next 2 day thing, but it's okay because it's here. And now after this is done, because it's currently like 11 something in the evening, and I do have to leave the house for uni tomorrow at 8 a.m. Um, I will also have to be doing a lot of stuff to do with treatments and work after this. Like I need to write at least like, I don't know, 2,500 words. So it's like, yeah, there's a lot of things I'm doing back to back, but I'm having fun. I'll say that. As much as it may seem like I'm complaining, I'm having a lot of fun doing what I'm doing right now. So that's like a positive. Now, why I decided to do an office building, I'm always talking about office buildings, and I've never been fully satisfied with a single office building I've done. I think there's only one I've ever published, but I have made, I think, one other one I've done, and I've also planned to make one in San Machino in one of the apartment buildings, which I'm still probably gonna do because I really want to build a law firm because I think at the time I wanted to build it, I was avidly watching Suits, and I was like, I need to build a law firm. And I took little bits of inspiration when creating this, and I say little bits as in varied, varied inspirations for this office building to do it, because I've always thought an office building is a really cool addition to have within the game. It's really fun and it's really aesthetic, and it's great for storytelling. Like it's absolutely beautiful and if you don't want to do a bit of storytelling, it's a great way to feel like as if you're just working corporate, because surprisingly enough we don't actually have in-game corporate or whatever. But I just love me a good office within the game, and this is one of the best things I have made in this game for multiple reasons. Two, this is just base game and the new expansion pack, so you don't need to worry about anything else going on with it. This was a lot more fun to do because I was able to sort out my build by and exclude custom content, so I wasn't distracted by it as I was making it. And when I say that, I was patiently waiting for that mod update because these things are gifts. They don't need to be doing these mods for us. Um, and the gifts. So I was really excited and patiently waiting for that. So when I finally got it, I was really happy because now I don't need to be tempted by my custom content as I'm trying to do base game and expansion stuff. So that was a lot of fun to do. I had a blast doing this. I was really questioning myself the last two videos. Am I a good builder? Because I just don't like building base game stuff. But then I realized I am a good builder sometimes when I've got like a clear focus and everything else is just like really organized. So I had a lot of fun doing this, and I when creating it, obviously I wanted to get like a lot of inspiration from Scandinavian like architecture because that is the whole theme of the pack. And I was thinking to myself, what kind of business would this office be doing? And I was originally thinking a tech company. It feels very open space tech company, but then it also really feels like a creative space. I was trying not to lean into fashion because I feel like my other office building I have in Oasis Springs really looks like a fashion building, a fashion office building. So I was trying to lean into more like mundane, not mundane, modern, hints of color, but very Scandinavian, very typical. This feels a lot more like a just generic creative space rather than the very strict fashionista space that I've created before. I even, as you can see, I'm doing now. I made a canteen rather than a cafe because I just wanted to really have that office culture and the office vibe that this build brings. And I had a lot of, it was just really interesting to go about it because we had a lot of cool pieces within the pack where it was very, a lot of basics. I would say that we've got a lot of woods, a lot of basics, but then we also got a lot of fun things like colorful rugs. And I was like, I'm going to add that in. Like, of course, why wouldn't I? That's really fun. And I'm trying ever since the abandoned factory build to add a little bit more color into my builds, and I love it. It's a little bit of fun and it looks really cool. As you can see now, I'm actually making the boardroom, which is one of my favorite spaces I've made, and it really adds to the fun. I'm talking a lot of nonsense for someone who hasn't actually been in an office building, but it just makes me feel like, oh, idea generations can happen here. And it's really fun, and it was really interesting to see how much stuff I can actually use from the base game. I didn't think that I could, but we actually have a lot of pieces, so that was really fun to like go through and see what was going on with it. What ended up happening out of the creative tech space, I ended up looking at it and I was like, oh, what could the house this could this be a law firm? Maybe not. It seems a bit too playful. Could this be a place where someone makes games? No, it's not as techy. So then I was like, this could be just like an open office creative building space. But I was like, no, I've made offices similar to a law firm where you will have like the managers or you will have the I'm so bad with names because as someone who deeply watched a lot of Suits, I've completely forgot what the main name of Harvey's position was before he became a name partner. He wasn't a junior partner. I think he was a senior partner. I think that's what it is. So I made offices that are fit for a senior partner, and then obviously the top office, which would either be the chief, the CEO, or the name partner, or whatever it is if you're doing like corporate law. But I ended up just creating this space and imagining it as a place where it's a lot of agriculture almost like this is probably an office where they build a lot of biodegradable stuff. So this is an office that focuses on sustainability and recycling, and that's why they have a logo of a leaf, because they focus on making sure that maybe architecture and spaces, because it feels like a very creative place, that they may focus on architectural designs for sustainability or interior designs for sustainability or something like that. Like that's just the vibe I got from it. So that's what I ended up creating, and I really, really, really love it. I know I keep talking about I really love how it turned out, but I'm really happy with how it turned out because not only does it fit within the game, but it also fits with my realism that I do try and incorporate within my gameplay sometimes, not all the time, but it is something that I really do strive for. I do want things to look like they are something that could be in real life, and this type of office building is very reminiscent to, I don't know about you guys, but with me, I'm at my second university at the moment. Um, and my undergrad university, I'm not doing my master's, so, but my undergrad university our creative building, because I did a BA, so I did a Bachelor's of Arts, our creative building had this very, very similar vibe. It was a lot of woods, it was a lot of open spaces, it was a lot of like varied like minimalism, creativism. Creativism is not a word, but it was a lot of minimalism, creative art pieces, and all of these kind of things like really mashed up together in order to create it. And then my current university's building, I went into their art and innovation building, and it had the exact same feel. And I was like, okay, so this is like a very creative space, and it's kind of really managed to capture the vibe that I wanted to do just about. And yeah, it ended up coming out really, really interesting. And again, it is another video. I have not distinctively spoke about what I like, what I don't like in this pack. And I think it may just be the last video I do where it's specifically focused on this pack. I think after this, I'm gonna still create different types of like small businesses and everything like that. But I'm probably gonna do it with more packs now because I miss them. But this is a lot that is very like usable for a small business. You can buy it and make it into a functional office space. You just need to make sure you add the trades like programming, browse the web, write, all of the very like computer based stuff, and then you'll just get Sims coming along using the computers. Make sure you mark up the ages so it's just young adults, adults, and elders. Make sure you don't have any teens come in unless you wanted like imagine interns or something like that. And yeah, that's just the general vibe of the entire build. It is functional as the title says, as long as you add those parts to it. And I have aptly named it NORDHAVEN Offices. And it's really cute. It's really fun. I hope you guys, if it's able to go into the gallery, are able to download it and have a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun building it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but if you don't want to, that's also okay. I appreciate you staying this long and listening to all of my ramblings. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below. I read all of your comments, the more the merrier. And I'll see you guys in the next video.